Excuse me. More missiles. Increases minimum crew required. Thankfully, that's irrelevant. That's funny. Really, that's it. Okay, second in command. Join the battle. Second command. So much work to done today. Wendian. Actually, wait. I just realized there's something I can do here. You. Establish colony. I can go around and colonize here. Freely. Some minor bit of mining. No atmosphere and it's hot. Let's just see what else is here. Planet's current system. I've already taken the best one. The next up would be the cryovolcanic one. That's fine. Colony. Samaras. It's a cryovolcanic world. Ooh. One second. Hey folks, I got a name. Boralus. That's how you spell it. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So let's switch back for a second. Word me. 39, 40, 41, 42. Okay, we go. It's a name of another planet from Odyssey. It's not cryovolcanic, but it, as far as I remember, it shifts between. Well, when it hits night, it gets very cold. So, and it switches between like desert trains and snow, day and night. So it works. They administrators can only do one. Just asteroids here. Guess we know how they managed to escape my rat. Dead. I never salvaged over there. No worries. We'll go with this. Because I want to name a better place Duros Tree. Ithan Olympus. Linton? Ah, it's his combat readiness. Oh, it's because they're under strength. I forgot that was the reason. I'm too used to them being banjaxed. Jesus. No. New. Waiting there for me. Just you? Wednesday McGuire. Distant cousin of Lizzie, I'm sure. So, sir, compromised armor is now repaired. Spaceport's now built. And starting mining at Boralus. Oh, actually, that's the same name as the WoW BFA capital, right? Huh. Spaceport's now done at Moors. That was a weird face when I saw it on the little mini-map. Gotcha. Not letting go. Hunter's Ethic and Yasha's Bottle. There we go. Still sucks that to tear down the Tingos here, but I have to give them a comm relay. Doesn't mix quick. What was I doing? You. Sorry, that grumble of mine sounded weird. I'm definitely going to switch out admin. Or do I want to get pulled into that just yet? Maybe. I might be able to just keep them at bay for a while till I can get things in order. Might being the operative term. Big break indeed! Yeah, that's fun. Nice. Pair fleet. You. So, yeah, I wanted to store it, but I also wanted to refit it. I just like the idea of having them all ready, you know? Hmm. Spacer. Pirate base discovered. Again at Beta Pharos. Alright then. Could give them on the cryovolcanic world, I could give them the orbital fusion lamp, but part of me's feeling like, no, I should save it for something that's both of those stats. You know, cold and has poor light. Which I don't think this place does. No, wait, it's extreme cold and extreme tectonic activity. That's it. That is 50%. Let's knock any money off. Nice. There. Now we'll make it with ease. Oh, I'm actually quite broke. I'm not sure if I can get more Marines. Oh, nice. Source Renown doesn't need increased maintenance. Now it just has the unreliable subsystems. Widespread loss of redundant components reduces peak operating time by 30%, increases rate at which combat readiness degrades by 30%. Reduces supply cost though. There's something there. Repair, free, black market, you and you. Oh, actually, no, that's not what I came here for. You. thought it brought something to sell here. Sure. Oh shit! I have to. Oh no, I misunderstood. Go fuck yourself. I didn't actually fully read that warning that popped up. I thought the job was, here's this cargo, deliver it. I didn't realize it was go get cargo and then deliver it. Kind of deal. Alright. Still, I've got pirates over here to deal with. Let's hope there's no beacon hidden over here somewhere in Pharos. That will be concerning. Especially if someone lights it. Or overloads it more so. Actually, if Revenants are meant to be... Actually, Revenant. I misread that as Remnant. You know, the AIs. Yeah, it's not nearly as fun anymore. Ah, good. Ah, good. A Luther Freehaven. Okay, a raid. Ooh, well, what do you have? Not much, really. Beautiful. The other pirates are joined. And we're not going up against the other guy. Perfect. Like the station isn't in this fight, just the 2 pirate bands. I've been saying I've been watching Kuga as of late. I'm really into it. It's a great show. It's a lot darker than I expected. Like, growing up, all I'd ever seen was Power Rangers. And while it's not gory and gruesome and, you know, it shows plenty. It shows more than I expected such a show would. And it has, like, the death toll's insane. You found me, now what? I move on with my life. You, not so much. Just saying about the ship name. That's a brain sing. But, it's a lot darker than I expected. If you look at Power Rangers, no one dies. They're always rushing in the nick of time. The death toll is probably 2,000 or so by now. I think I said this earlier, but I'm saying it again. It's probably about like 2,000 or something by now. Yeah, it's probably about 2,000 or so. Let's go right. By now, and some of the enemies are pretty fucked up. Like, there's one guy there that he likes fucking with his targets and tormenting them, fucking with their minds. He just like appears in one place and disappears. Then they see him run down another corridor or at a window, and they rush to him, and he's somewhere else. And then he's in none of those places. He's actually at his target, ready to kill them. It's almost like fucking terror tactics. You know, getting inside their head, just fucking with them. And he enjoys it. He's a complete sadist. Another one melts people alive with acid. And it's got like fucking Wolverine claws to use her acid blood on them. Another guy just gores you through the chest with his horn. And again, there's gorier things, but given the show, given everything, it's actually shockingly gruesome. And there's another episode where a kid is really struggling. Grandma died 2 years back, 2 years ago, and her home is now a parking lot. And he's never really come to terms with it. He feels his place is gone. He has no place in the world now, with her gone. I guess she was the only place, or her place, and with her was the only place where he felt truly that he belonged. Maybe truly loved, and, you know, it's not completely explicit. Or at least the subtitles aren't. Maybe it's an issue of the translation. But it's actually incredibly depressing. Reach the top of the map here. Stop these from escaping. But the kid is just, wanders around in a depressed state for the whole episode. He's from a different district. Teacher has to chase after him to Tokyo because the parents aren't home. Every day he goes to cram school. So he just calls it for a day off and wanders off. And he's like 10. And he's like, feels that he doesn't really know anything, and he's his place is gone. The 10-year-old's listless and suffering from such existential angst. And they talk about how, as like social commentary on it, how there's that kids are growing up too fast. They don't have time to sulk, as they put it, and nor do they know how to or how to deal with pain, or I guess the pain of loss. It's really biting social commentary, and one of the characters is like parents need to be like less strict and more caring and loving. So my only critique there would be you need a mix of both. My great grandma was and granddad were apparently lovely, docile people, and from them they had their kids were utter shitheads. There was a lot of repugnant personalities from there. Um, so you kind of need a firm hand, but you don't need a mailed fist. You need to be firm but caring. You know, you need a mix of both, otherwise it's not great. It's an art, not a science. Um, but it's actually shockingly, you know, it, given where it's coming from and when it was made, and it's still relevant commentary, and it's again more biting than I expected. And again, the kid is suffering with. It's like he's in a depressive state. He's really struggling with what's happened. And like he walks the neighborhood and goes into an old store that he'd been there 3 years prior and had an incredible summer. The old woman that was presumably a lovely old woman that ran the candy store is in an old nursing home now. She's doting. Like I said, his grandma's place is now a parking lot. The kid's little world had been completely undone, and he doesn't know how to cope with it. And yeah, it's pretty biting in its own way. And again, yeah, I'm really into it. It's much more than I expected of it. Um, I guess in some ways, again, since all I'd seen of that genre was Power Rangers, I had low standards for it, even after seeing the Amazon Riders reimagining. Because I'd seen stuff that led me to think it was the grim, dark reimagining, so I was expecting this to be heavily toned down, more in line with Power Rangers. But in some ways, I think the reimagining was fucking toned down. Like, yeah, there's the cannibalism, but and there's the Amazons, and then the writers for the series were derived from them, so they had the same human flesh lust as the rest of them. And so they had that struggle going on. That's fucked up, but the death toll was so much lower, and that's a different fucking, terribleness. The death toll was on the death toll side, and just the amount of killing was so much lower in Amazon Riders than in the other thing. At least as far as, like, you weren't given any official death tolls, but from what you were seeing, it was so much lower. The other one is much more focused on the total death tolls. They say, like, he's killed 98 people so far, or, 100 here, there's been 1,394 in total killed. It's insane from that side of view. And again, if you're just coming from Power Rangers, it's showing so much more, violence in it as much as it can than such a show. So much more. Like, one guy, real creepy, like, climbs out of the fucking river, transforms into a squid's form, and blows up two schoolgirls. You just see that, like, one falls, her friend's holding onto her, and you just see him shoot this weird black ball out of his vaguely vagina emote, and it like splats on the girl and just explodes. And yeah, that's them dead. That's them dead. You don't see gore or body parts, but yeah, that's just them dead. It shows as much as it can, and sometimes you don't need to show the bodies tearing and all that. And given how the show is, that wouldn't fit its styling, you know? So it's having the brutality without breaking from the kind of camp that's going on with it. It's actually, for me, it's straddling both quite well. Again, I'm no big fan of the show. I quite enjoy it, and I do want to see more of it. But I'm no long-term fan. All I've seen prior is the 2 seasons of the remake of Amazon. That's it. Reimagining of it. Remake is the wrong word because it's completely different. The remake, the reimagining, is centered on, okay, this pharmaceutical company discovered this new cell and made people out of it. They want to eat people. The original, it's about a wild man who becomes a new Kamen Rider called Amazon. And yeah, it's basically, instead of Kendu going to meet Gilgamesh, he goes to Japan and learns to ride a motorbike and beat on monsters. It's basically that. Man, he's not a demigod, nor was he lured out by a prostitute. But anyway, it's very different. While Jin is described as wild, he was actually a doctor. The other guy has to learn English, well, Japanese, when the series starts. Or a doctor. He was involved in the Amazon stuff. Some light spoilers there, but Sylvie. You should have already watched it, damn it. It's a great show. It's great, just whole series. And apparently, the guy who made them also worked on the Japanese Spider-Man. And that is a completely different character to, like, say, Peter Parker. Japanese Spider-Man, Japanese guy, who, his dad, I can't remember what career he's in, astrogeologist, I've honestly no idea. But he basically ends up killed by an alien warlord. Meanwhile, another ship lands on Earth, more crash lands, and the son investigates. And inside he finds the dying last survivor of Planet Spider. 2 things happen. Firstly, he gets injected with the blood of the guy from Planet Spider. Secondly, he gets a bracelet. With the power of both of them, he becomes Spider-Man and fights against the forces of that alien warlord, the guy who destroyed Planet Spider. And it's from this show, apparently, that they get, the Megazords in Power Rangers and all that? Yeah, it came from that. That, when they did it in that, they brought it into the other series. They migrated it back. So, yeah. But yeah, it's, he fights against that alien warlord as Spider-Man. But, he's not Peter Parker bit by a radioactive spider. He's Japanese guy who got a blood. I'm not sure. I haven't gone to seen it yet. I've just read about it. I'm not sure. Was it prompted or did the guy just do it? Got an ambiguously done blood transfusion, and got a bracelet, and now fights crime or an alien warlord. It's very Japanese. I would love to see that as well, but now it's sad about that one. I've also excuse me. There's also a new Japanese Spider-Man one going around. Fake Red. It's about a guy who, it's a manga. It's about a guy who, he finds Spider-Man's costume just in an alley. And he's like, Shit. And just brings it home with him. Honestly, I don't know how he could touch it. It was behind trash bags. But yeah, he brings it home with him and pulls it on, and one thing or another happens, and he ends up roped into fucking pretending to be Spider-Man, like rescuing people from buildings. He'd taken up rock climbing, so he could at least climb a bit, but he was struggling to get into the burning apartment, and in the end, he has to run up the stairs through the smoke and jump onto their trampoline they'd done out. He managed to save the kid, but it was barely. It was. I remember reading it. It was quite well done. Don't know if it ever got an official English adaptation. Ways and means, people. I said nothing. But yeah, it's a good game. Good game. What the fuck am I talking about? It's a good manga. Girl in a top tier. Um. This damn cable won't stop kinking. It's irritating. I will shame you. But I will keep making that joke till someone damn well laughs. But anyway, yeah. Love the Kamen Rider stuff I've seen so far. I'm looking forward to seeing more. Great series. Ishinomori, I believe is the guy who made it. Hats off to him. Sadly, he passed away before Kuga came out. And as much as it may feel like a 70s or 80s show, 1999 it was made in /2000. It was released then, certainly. And apparently the original Kamen Rider did his own stunts till he shattered his left leg. He did his own stunts to a motorcycle accident. After that, he missed 20 episodes. And they introduced a new guy as their temporary replacement, not as Kamen Rider 1, but as a new guy, completely. And then she came back in. Yeah, he didn't take up doing his stunts again. They didn't want to risk him, an accident happening and losing him again. Plus, Mom was making the point that his right leg might be weaker now for it, and so more likely to have an accident. So, yeah, he stopped doing his own stunts, but hats off to him for doing them at all. Especially motorcycle stunts. Jesus. That's very dangerous. I was hearing rumors of a more recent movie, I don't know if it's true, so I'm not naming names, of some chick dying on the set of it. She did a stunt on a bike. There was some murmur about was she about her qualification, was she a proper stunt driver, or was she pressured into it? There's various murmurs about it, but yeah, I've heard dying during a motorbike stunt in a recent thing. Don't know how legit it was, but the rumors. There was no big place reporting on it, but from what I've been seeing of journalists, that's not a sign that it's not true. So often I hold in a high degree. I'll continue the game in 1 second. Apologies. I hold a high I hold the ideal of journalism in high standing, but so often journalists don't adhere to it. They're there to fill the pockets of, or they're there to say the ideology that they stand for. They're there to say what they're paid to say. You can see it all within games journalism. And if it's bad there, then imagine how bad it is in other fields. Though apparently gaming makes more than movies, so meh. But you can still imagine it's probably bad in all journalistic avenues. How I remember people were saying that there was a game that came out, Kane and Lynch, someone gave it a bad review, but the thing was the newspaper was the place reviewing it was getting paid off heavily to give it a good review, so they fired him and then plastered their site in ads. That's at least how the internet rumor went. I've heard tons of references to it, but I don't know how substantiated it is. I've heard tons of claims about different people, and I think it's just, I dislike this guy, so I'm going to say shit about him. At least in some cases. So I'm not sure on the legitimacy of it, but I've seen plenty of other ones that I can't quite articulate right now. It's just a general haze of failing to adhere to journalistic standards, with that aren't quite distinct anymore. But yeah, so the fact that it wasn't heavily reported on, from what I saw, doesn't mean it's not true. It could just mean that it was hushed up, um, internally and then but within the media, or it could mean it's not true. No idea. Sadly, um, I'm not all knowing, or thankfully, it's both right now. Nor do I have Eldritch Waifu who I can ask. At least, not yet. Please. Just pure praying. Eldritch Waifu. Astur, save me. I didn't bother saving any. I just hit the button too quickly. Ooh, very nice. I forgot how many was there. I've been talking so long. No. But yeah, so yeah, hats off to the guy for doing his own stunts. That was incredibly dangerous. As, like, I imagine it'll be even worse doing it then than it is now. You know, standards or whatever. It might have been even more dangerous in those days, and someone more recently died doing stunts. So, you know, with that in mind, even more hats off to him for having the nerve to do it. I wouldn't. Fuck, I have difficulty bringing a cup downstairs. I know. I get really scared I'm gonna fall. Head rush, that kind of thing. Just crippling fear, and the fact that my knees and bones are aching, occasionally giving out, it doesn't help. I was fine till my legs started acting up. Well, I went downstairs the other day, and as I was going down, my knee felt like it gave out, like it was out of place. There's like weird fluid build up in it, and yeah, I couldn't put weight on it. It hasn't really helped with my nerves. I know it sounds pathetic, but it's. I know. I just feel paralyzed. You know, when it flares off. So you know, all the more hats off to him for it. No, I just feel embarrassed. Let's keep going. That's annoying. Let's see. Fuck off, you pricks. Swear there's a greater range on this sometimes. Let's kill them. One sec. Hey folks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us continue. So. Ooh, I need to set up a new playlist on YouTube. Cetra videos came out. The first group, in case I do any more, the first iteration of Cetra. So far the only one I've done, but yes. Jeez. Yeah, I shouldn't bring frigates to this. Just need to pull back for a moment. Thank you, drones, for shielding me. Jesus. Our fighters, even. Seems like the shielding never doesn't cover there. Alright. Six. That's it, really. Whatever. Utopia. Here, one sec. Hey folks, 32, 33, 34, 35. So now we just gotta wait. Oof. Just need to get back. Okay, I was concerned about what the hell that was. Oh yeah, I was thinking of going exploring, wasn't I? Eh. I'm gonna have to add that. Because look. Okay. Well, hers are down as... her skill is down as elite. It isn't, but it has the exact same effect. Yeah, I think maybe the... yeah, ground operations carries... yeah, it has two sides to it. But the relevant side for her is the colony, as is this. The elite side is irrelevant. Or maybe that is the elite side, whatever. Space operations, accessibility, fleet size. Yeah, I want to have an Alpha Core definitely on my first place. It's also the one costing me the most, so... cannot unass... Oh. You didn't want to be fussy. I remember hearing that you couldn't unassign them, but maybe it just isn't getting into that yet. Oh. I have no idea what just happened there. Since this place is costing me the most, I want to try and lure that. Ooh, a ton of Marines left. Wonder if it tracks each of them to see like how long they've been with me. Ah, StarCraft. God, they don't give you a minute, do they? We'll leave it alone. It would really suck if Tritackian went to war with me while they had a fucking like trade convoy here. I suppose the trade convoy wouldn't be too aggressive, but still it would be awkward. Could make a bit of money selling those. Command. Yeah, I don't actually have any colony skills, so I'm not actually that good of an administrator. I'm a terrible administrator. Oh, this doesn't even that up, and I can sign it now. I thought I couldn't till that was built, but nice. Free portal ready. Free portal ready. Good. Wait, 0% growth. Really? Oh. Oh, the stipend. That's a base cost plus by your level, wasn't it? I kept thinking it was ship based because it would swear it seemed to go up with my ship, but no, it's based on your level, the amount of ships you had, and like the way it worked in Mount and Blade was the amount of guys you had and their cost or whatever, you know. At least that's how it seemed to be how it worked.